From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with OU beat writer Brooke Pryor. Brooke, the NFL draft has come and gone, but some drama for the Sooners. They had their top guy off the board as the top guy, Baker Mayfield, taken #1. Obviously, everybody's had a chance to digest this now, but it really didn't kind of come into focus until right before the draft. Wrap your head around it a little bit for us. How is this going to work out? I mean, Baker Mayfield going to the Cleveland Browns, a team that are in that top position for a reason. They haven't been very good recently.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things that I think it was about 24 to 36 hours before the draft we started to hear rumblings that the Browns were seriously considering Baker Mayfield at #1, which is something that, you know, we always figured he was in the mix for one of the top 3, 4, 5 spots, but never really #1. It kind of seemed like Sam Darnold was their guy, but as it got closer and closer, became clear that he was going to be taken with the #1 pick. And I mean, it went about like you would expect on draft night. I mean, by some accounts, he's a great choice. By other accounts, it was the Browns doing Browns things, and that's not a good thing. But I think that for Baker Mayfield, you know, it's just going to be another chapter to his just crazy story, to his crazy, you know, book of life. But I think that Barry Trammell wrote a column today saying that, you know, Baker Mayfield has a really tough thing to try to do to succeed in Cleveland. It's been a franchise that's really struggled recently, that has been, you know, the last 10 years has really struggled, and draft choice after draft choice has not made it better. They've had a lot of turnover in leadership, they've had a lot of turnover in quarterback, and it's going to be up to Baker Mayfield to kind of stabilize everything. And I don't know how well that's going to go, because like Barry wrote today, you know, Texas Tech was good before Baker Mayfield got there. They're going to be fine when he leaves. Same thing with Oklahoma. At the Browns, he has to really try hard to right the ship, and it's not just going to be about him. It's going to be about making sure everyone's on the same message, everyone is unified in the locker room. So I think the biggest challenge for Baker Mayfield is going to be the off-the-field stuff, and I'm not talking about character issues or any of those other things. I'm talking about the Browns organization and making sure that he can get the whole team on the same page. And if he can do that, and if he can be an effective leader, I think it will be a good fit. You
know, he's been in Cleveland in recent days. They do the introductory press conference the day after. We've seen him at a variety of different things in the days since. That tends to come when you're the #1 overall pick. But realistically, you know, how long before he's on the field? They've already got a quarterback. You know, as a rookie, he's got a lot to learn. Is there talk that he may be the day-1 starter? What's sort of the on-field vibe right now about Baker Mayfield and the Browns?
You know, I don't get the sense that he's going to be the day-1 starter. I think, you know, with the Browns having Tyrod Taylor, he's a guy that has had success before, had success when he was in Buffalo. I think that they're going to stick with Tyrod as long as they can this season to give Mayfield time to learn the playbook, to get comfortable in an NFL setting, to make sure he's taking care of everything he should be taken care of. And then, you know, will it be the end of the season? Will it be the start of season 2? I think that's kind of the timeline that we're looking at, that they're not, you know, going to rush giving Baker Mayfield the keys, because that's where I think that you would really put him at a disadvantage and put him, you know, in a situation where he's not going to succeed. And if you know, heap all this pressure on him, put him in day 1 when he already has all of these expectations, you're making it a lot more difficult for him to kind of do well and do what he's supposed to be doing. So by giving him a chance to learn behind Tyrod Taylor, I think that that's going to be the best kind of formula for him going forward.
Let's look for just a second overall for the Sooners in this draft. 4 players taken in the draft, obviously the headline being Baker Mayfield, but any surprises beyond, I mean, like we said, we kind of had heard rumblings that he might be one, so I don't know if that's a surprise, but are any surprises as it relates to the draft and the Sooners who were taken, where they were taken, guys that weren't taken? What stands out to you, Brooke?
You know, I think the 2 surprises really, to me, came in the late rounds, and that's one being Obo Okoronkwo, taken in the 5th round. I thought maybe he would go a little bit earlier in the 4th round. There was draft grades that were assigned by ESPN's Todd McShay yesterday, and they said that the LA Rams, the best draft value in their class was Obo Okoronkwo, who they took in the 5th round, but valued at a 4th round guy. So I think that it was a good pick for the LA Rams, but I don't think that Okoronkwo should have gone that late. I'm also surprised that Dimitri Flowers did not get drafted. He's been a really versatile guy. There are not many fullbacks in college football that can do what he does, and there's not many fullbacks, period. So for him to go undrafted was kind of surprising, but at the same time, maybe it's a better situation for him being an undrafted free agent to be able to pick the team that will be the best fit for him. He's going to the New York Jets, and I think that will end up being a good situation. So it may end up working out in his favor that he wasn't taken in the 7th or 6th round.
All right, we'll continue to follow these guys as they head off to join their teams for rookie mini camps and obviously on into the summer and then into the preseason. So be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.